Helen, listen to me. This woman is my soulmate. I'll pay you the alimony, so please divorce me.
What?
Oh, and by the way, 70% of our assets, including living expenses, should be enough when we divide the property.
Trouble busters! Welcome home. Hold on, are you wearing perfume?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm gonna take a bath.
Okay. Wait, did he have perfume with that odor? Surely he isn't cheating on me, right? My name is Helen. I married Chris a year ago, and we've both been working our jobs and making a living. But Chris never ever found a stable job, and my anxiety regarding the situation just keeps growing. Recently, he's been acting suspiciously, which makes me think he might be cheating on me. And that makes my anxiety even worse.
I'm home.
Welcome back. Wait, what? Who is this?
Helen, listen to me.
Of course.
This woman is my soulmate. I'll pay you the alimony, so please divorce me.
What? No. I don't understand the situation at all. Who the hell is this woman?
I'm telling you, she's my soulmate.
No, that's not what I'm asking. What is her name and where is she from and why in the world is she crying? I'm sorry, Mrs. Jackman. I ended up stealing your husband away because of my damn stupid attractiveness. What?
Her name is Abigail. She's the head manager of the local arcade I often go to.
The arcade? Where do you find the money to frickin' do anything, let alone play more games?
We talked about all sorts of things and became very close, see? And then we started going out to eat and stuff.
Okay, you're just admitting you were cheating on me? How can you talk about that without feeling guilty at all?
Of course I felt guilty at first. I thought I was doing something terrible to you.
At first.
But then I realized that what I was doing wasn't cheating.
Huh?
Rather, being with you was cheating on this woman.
I'm sorry, I have absolutely no clue as to what you're talking about.
But you do get it, don't you? I feel a strong feeling of compassion coming from deep inside your heart. Yes, you know that Abigail is my legitimate soulmate.
I feel it too.
Based on that, Helen, divorce me, please. I'm gonna be with this goddess who is my fate, my destiny, my whole life.
Am I having a bad dream or something?
Divorce me and watch over our happiness.
Excuse me? Why should I have to watch over your happiness?
Well, think about it. You'd be happier if I was happier with someone else, right?
Maybe that's true, sure, but this whole thing, this is so ridiculous. I was working hard for the sake of us, and you were sneaking around and using our joint savings. But I turned a blind eye to that for so long, didn't I? I genuinely thought that one day you would wake up and do things right. I did everything for our future together, and yet you went and betrayed me like this? Even I have a limit to my patience, bucko. Ma'am? If you get too angry, you'll get more wrinkles, you know? Shut up!
I'm telling you, I'll pay you the alimony. I'll do whatever it takes to take care of any legal matters to settle.
You think all's well that ends well as long as you follow the law? What about me? What about my feelings?
Of course I thought about that too, but it can't be helped, can it? I've met my soulmate after all.
I'm sorry, but I've also met my soulmate. Enough.
Huh?
I said it's enough. I don't need a frickin' bastard like you. I'll divorce you and everything and even more.
I see. Thank you for understanding.
Thank you. I can't believe this. What the hell?
Oh, and by the way, 70% of our assets, including living expenses, should be enough when we divide the property.
Huh?
I'm talking about the property division after we divorce. Neither Abigail nor I have a stable income, you see. I know you'll do the right thing and support us, Helen.
No. What are you talking about? I'm not going to pay for anything, let alone living expenses.
It doesn't work like that. It's natural for someone financially stable to support the livelihoods of the people who aren't, ain't it?
No. Look, we're getting divorced, understand? Do you seriously understand?
I understand, of course, but there are laws like that for all divorcing couples. You, Helen, with your stable income, are legally bound to support us financially until we can become independent.
There's no way there's such a law. Where did this prick get that information? If I remember correctly, you have a high-ranking position at your workplace and is making a decent living, aren't you? I'm looking forward to seeing how much we'll get.
For real, when things settle down, let's go to Florida together.
Yay! I want to go!
Yahoo!
Both of these apes are batshit crazy. All things considered, though, why should I have to suffer through all this bullshit? I've tried so hard up until now to give us a nice life, but these assholes! Unforgivable! Troublebusters initiate. Oh, I see how it is. Well, if we're talking about the law, we'll have a lawyer join in on the fun and discuss it.
Shall we? Awesome! That shall suit us well.
Lawyer, here comes the lawyer. Well, then I'll contact you when I decide a date and time with the lawyer I'll hire.
10-4.
Good luck to you, ma'am. My head hurts so much. This is my lawyer.
This is uncalled for, Helen. The hell do you mean by this is my lawyer? He's definitely one of those people. Are you trying to threaten us?
Somebody! Anybody! How rude of you. This is Mr. Gordon. He does look a little scary, but he's a fine lawyer, as you'll see.
Oh, I see. I will be Mrs. Jackman's lawyer today, folks. Thank you for your cooperation. He must be one of those people still.
So where shall we begin? If anything, it's regarding the law. Mr. Gordon will answer all your questions.
I see. Well then, of course we should start with the topic of the living expenses.
Yeah.
Mr. Gordon, a few days back, you see, we told Helen that she has an obligation to support us after the divorce, but she's whining that she doesn't have such an obligation. I'm telling her that I'm willing to pay the alimony, but she insists on acting so selfishly. Can you tell her that such an argument just doesn't hold up in the legal world? Living expenses after divorce? Yes, sir, that's what the law says, doesn't it? Those who are financially stable are obligated to support the livelihoods of those who are not. It seems she doesn't know such a law exists. No, there is no such law anywhere, young man. What? No. Enough joking around, sir. I confirmed with my own eyes there is such a law.
I confirmed it too.
Where did you see this information? Where? I think it was on an online bulletin board.
Yes, a bulletin board online. An online bulletin board. Well, I guess that's a reasonable place.
Mr. Gordon, sir, I must admit you're going against occupational protocol to side with Helen and lie about this. I'm not sure what kind of bulletin board you're referring to, but as a professional in the law, I can tell you that no one must pay living expenses after a divorce. What?
Well, of course there isn't.
But the online bulletin board, that person said they were a lawyer, right?
Yeah, he did say that he did. That's obviously a blatant lie.
You can't be serious, Mr. Gordon. There isn't. If there is, it applies only if Miss Helen pays of her own volition. So that means it's voluntary. I guess it's a scenario where Miss Helen would want to support you two personally for whatever reason. Well, if that would be the case, the law wouldn't be relevant anymore. But it can be said that she's paying you 2 living expenses. Then, Helen, please, on your own initiative, support us. Please.
Huh? How crazy are you, really? There's no reason for me to support you two assholes.
Well, listen, you'd be happier if I was happier with...
That bullshit again. That's if we were a married couple. If we were living together and supporting each other, your happiness might be my happiness too. But now? What the hell are you smoking every day? Instead of supporting each other, you're unilaterally betraying me. Your happiness is my misfortune, and my misfortune tastes bittersweet as hell.
No way. Sir, is there anything else we could use to ask Helen? For example, well, are there exceptions where obligated living expenses do arise? Exceptions, eh? A simple example would be living separated from your life and demanding living expenses during the period of separation only. However, even then, if the reason for divorce is your goddamn infidelity, that's out of the question. No way! Anything else? There is not. In any case, you cheated on your wife, and there's no way the law would forgive two lovebirds trying to escape responsibility for infidelity. You needn't even ask me, a lawyer, about that sort of thing. Just use your head for a second and you'll understand, huh?
Yeah, this prick's head is leaking with oatmeal, so...
Mr. Gordon, what I did in these circumstances, it was not an affair, sir. No matter how you look at it, it was definitely an affair, bucko. But you see, Abigail is my actual soulmate, and when we met, I just happened to be married to someone else already. So it's not like I was cheating or anything, but rather that Abigail was my predestined love. You know what I'm trying to say, right? It's like there really is oatmeal filling up that void between your ears. What? I don't understand what you're trying to say in the goddamn slightest. More importantly, aren't we talking about the law right now? Let me say this in legal terms. You're just a worthless cheater. That is all.
Now you understand, right? I have no obligation to pay you living expenses. No, I knew I wouldn't from the beginning. Now then, it's time for the next topic at hand.
So that's what's going on. It took a second, but now I get it. You two are in cahoots trying to frame us. I thought it was weird right from the beginning. There's no way there's a lawyer with such a scarred face and such foul-mouthed language. You're just trying to get out of paying money for living expenses by saying random things.
How dare you?
Well now, so I'm a fake, am I? Well, then by all means bring the entire damn Constitutions here, for Christ's sake. I'll tell you where exactly everything I'm saying is written. Shake a leg now and bring them here.
Mr. Gordon, have you forgotten about your lawyer's badge?
Oh shit, that's right.
Enough with strange accusations. I wouldn't do anything so troublesome and meaningless as bringing a fake lawyer for something as serious as this. Anyway, can we talk about this now? You didn't forget about the alimony you guys promised to pay me, did you? Surely you didn't, Dave.
Oh, yeah, the alimony. Of course I remember. Shit, I'd actually forgotten about that.
Good. Then I shall make sure you pay me enough, or so help me God.
Of course. About $1,000?
Huh?
What?
1,000 measly bucks for cheating and persuading me to divorce you? I wonder if that was also information written on the online bulletin board.
No, I genuinely think it's about that much. Right, Abigail?
Yeah, that's about my monthly salary from my part-time job, so what the frick is the relationship between your part-time salary and my alimony?
So then how much is it?
Mr. Gordon, if you would be so kind.
Since an adulterous affair is the cause of divorce, the conventional amount is around $20,000 to $30,000. 20 to 30,000? But that's just a ripoff!
No, it's the conventional amount. If you just Google adultery and alimony, bam, you'll have your answer.
Well, since I'm the one defending my client, it won't be cheap, I can be sure of that. No way! And alongside the alimony, my client shall also claim the amount of the joint savings that you used up. What? What the hell is that?
You used up a lot of the joint savings that I had created for our future together, didn't you? Even most of the contributions were done by me. So, seems like I can demand that too if I want to. And I do, so I'll get it all back.
Altogether, it should come to around $50,000. 50 grand? But that's just a rip!
It's not a rip-off, that's a reasonable amount.
And finally, don't tell me there's more! Regarding the division of property, this will be done 50-50 regardless of the cause for the divorce. 50-50?
Yeah, you definitely don't get it.
But when I say property, I mean the house isn't exactly yours, and assets such as the car and the furniture were things that Miss Helen originally owned. Plus, there are no security deposits, and you've embezzled most of your joint savings with Helen. So I guess you can just assume that there won't be any big gain on your part whatsoever. Huh? What do you mean? You pricks pay my client $50,000 and this story is adjourned.
What?
No way! 50 grand? There's no way I have any chance of...
There ain't no way! 50 grand? You don't mean I have to pay that too? Wait, so half of 15,000 is 5,000? No. Girl, what kind of math is you doing, eh?
What do we do, Abigail? I didn't think this would happen.
Listen, Chris.
Whoa, what's up?
I just had a really good thinking session and, well, I think we weren't soulmates to begin with.
What? What are you on about all of a sudden?
Well, when I look at Miss Helen, she seems really reliable and I think she's the right person for you, Chris. Miss Helen, I'm sorry for my overly aggressive lovemaking to your husband. I won't have anything to do with Chris anymore.
Abigail?
So I wonder, could you perhaps demand all the money from him only? Huh? What's this all of a sudden? So Chris wasn't your soulmate after all? Scary. Once you realize you can't get the better end of the stick, you suddenly change your mind. Just look at your soulmate's face. You can literally see his soul drifting up from his mouth. Poor guy. But I honestly agree. I don't think Chris is your soulmate either, because if he truly was your soulmate, you wouldn't have other men, now would you?
Other men?
No. Well, what are you suddenly bringing up, Miss Helen? Oh, just playing dumb is a waste of time, so you can skip that part by all means. I already knew everything, you understand? Everything? You've been so damn suspicious from the start anyway. That's what I thought, so I asked Mr. Gordon to introduce me to a good detective, and I had him investigate all sorts of things. You can't be serious. And holy guacamole, Chris, this woman you said was your predestined soulmate is seeing other men besides you.
No, please, stop saying bullshit, Helen, please.
And there are 4 of these other men.
What? 4 men? So 5 men if you include me?
Yeah, that's true, buddy. Good job.
Abigail, explain yourself.
Shut the frick up.
What?
You, my predestined soulmate? Don't be ridiculous. Ah, the final blow. At this age, you don't have a freaking stable job? You told me that you could live comfortably with your wife's money, so I went along with you hoping to live a decent life. But what the frick is this mess? $50,000? I can't believe this.
So when you said that you loved me, was that a lie?
I don't love you or hate you, you bastard.
But why?
Okay, this is so pathetic. Seeing such a pathetic couple is not something many people can boast about very often. Let's take a picture.
What an awful kerfuffle. 0 out of 10 not worth watching.
Well, so please send any demands to Chris. All the alimony and whatnot. Or more to the point, do we two even need to get divorced at all? What? See, because Chris and I don't have anything to do with each other anymore, now you two can shut the goddamn frick up. You don't need him anymore, so you're gonna give him back after all? How much longer do you have to objectify people before you feel satisfied, eh, bitch? I don't need this maggot either. You two will pay for what you did. I'm not going to show mercy, so I suggest you prepare yourself for the worst. Well, you can leave now, but don't you dare think you'd ever run away from me. Please excuse me. God damn, you're so pathetic, Chris. You looked so pathetic that I took a damn picture, for God's sake. Gonna make more excuses? Let it be known, no matter what you say, it'll only add to your shame. I want to ask you one thing. If I said I'd pay for your living expenses, what would you have done?
What would I have?
Don't tell me you really were planning to live off of the money from your ex-wife and live with a new woman.
Well, see, that's because I thought there was a law that made it possible.
No, forget about the law for a second. Didn't you ever think it was the worst thing for a man to do?
No!
This is just absolutely perfect. To even think I was married to a man like this for a year. I was so stupid.
I just thought I'd found my soulmate, you know? Is it really that terrible to fall in love with someone?
Yeah, no, that's not the point.
Then tell me what I fricking did wrong!
Wait, does he seriously not know the answer to that? If I really had to say what you did wrong, I'd have to say it's literally everything.
Everything?
You jump around from job to job without ever settling down, and while you're at it, you spend the family savings for your own goddamn benefit. And even more so, you mistook your average street-side hooker as your soulmate and get all excited like an idiot.
Helen!
And then you forget all the favors I've done for you up until now and think everything will just be restored with a divorce? And I have to support you? Because there was a law that stipulated that?
Please, I get it now.
And the source of that information was an online bulletin board? How stupid are you? It's only natural that a woman would dump you like that. Here you go, your face after your soulmate dumped you. Pathetic. I'll just make this my wallpaper instead.
Well, I guess it's time to call it a day.
I agree, sir. Thank you so much. I'll say this again. I'm not going to show mercy, and you better tell yourself and that woman to prepare yourselves. Assuming you can get in touch with her, that is. Goodbye.
Wait a minute.
What?
I finally figured it out.
Figured what out?
That you're the woman I was destined to be with after all, Helen. I'm such a useless person, so I need a reliable person like you to be at my side, you see? I need you to stay. Please don't abandon me, Helen. Even at this stage, you still rely on people like a damn baby? How much do you... Yikes!
Enough already. You're still trying to force me into your pointless life? Once I retrieve the damn alimony, I'll never have anything to do with you again. That'll be all.
Helen!
After that, with the help of Mr. Gordon, I was able to complete the procedures for divorce and claim the alimony in the shortest time possible. Chris moved to an old rundown apartment and is living the life of barely making ends meet, paying alimony every month on his meager wages from dispatch work to physical labor. This lifestyle will likely continue for many more years, and Abigail is also working multiple part-time jobs to pay off the alimony. I hope they both genuinely regret to their heart's content that they made me so angry and vengeful. Meanwhile, I was thinking that I would concentrate on my work for a while now that I'm free from all the hassle, but...
Miss Helen, how about dinner together tomorrow evening?
Sure, Mr. Gordon. Maybe this incident was the opportunity for me to meet my soulmate. Troublebusters.